Music of the Future Global TV presents Industry Insights with Sarah Defors. What is your name, and tell us more about you? My name is Sarah Defors. I'm the founder and co-host of The Table Women, a podcast by and about women in the entertainment industry. I'm also an artist and a songwriter. I'm currently based in Nashville, Tennessee, but I was born and raised in Northern California in a very non-entertainment family. What is your job role in the music industry, and how did it start? I'm an artist and a songwriter specializing in pop, hip-hop, and sync, as well as a bit of work in the Latin market. I've also spent some time working behind the scenes in publishing and artist development. I started out in LA and really cut my teeth in country music in Nashville, so I still top line a lot for country artists. I got started really naturally. I always knew I was musical and I had a passion for it, and I started playing violin and piano at a really young age, around 4. Taught myself guitar and how to sing and write songs. But I was always a bit of a rebel and really loved pop and punk and rock and country and hip hop, you name it. I became pretty well known in my small town and eventually ended up at showcases in places like LA. From there, I began working with various industry people, companies, producers, writers, and started regularly traveling to Nashville, where I currently live and work. What's your take on the music industry today? The music industry right now is in a really interesting place. There's a lot of wonderful crossover happening, a lot more diversity, still not nearly enough, but there's a lot more in terms of culture and race and gender and sexual orientation being put out there and accepted right now, which is really fantastic, not just from a human perspective, but also from a creative perspective and the kinds of art that we get to consume. We're also in a really exciting direct-to-market place that we've never really experienced before, and I think the industry and business sides of things have a lot of catching up to do, especially when it comes to representation, creator rights, fair pay, splits, and creators having more agency over their own careers. I think we're going to see a lot more of a push in that direction for those kinds of rights in the near future. It's already happening, but I think it'll definitely ramp up. And I'm really excited to see what will happen. It's kind of uncharted territory, especially with all of the new obstacles and opportunities that COVID has presented. So we'll see. It's exciting. How does your career and musical insight help you with your artistry, if any? I've held a lot of different jobs within the music and entertainment industries over the years, and I began working in the industry at like 14 at a really young age. Kind of got to see a little bit of everything and have always been independent. So I have a lot of grassroots experience combined with working behind the scenes in artist development and publishing. So there's a really unique look that I've had on both ends of the spectrum. The biggest thing is I pride myself in my networking skills and my ability to be a chameleon in the room, which basically means that I'm able to be what's needed on that day in that room for that idea across genre and whether or not I'm the artist or I'm writing for somebody else. It helps me know and distinguish what's creatively mine and meant for me in my artist projects and what's honest but meant for somebody else or a different avenue. I can usually find the truth in any idea and easily tell what it needs to get communicated the best. And a lot of that comes from a really diverse background and just kind of taking any opportunity that was presented and making the most of it. What are 3 tips you would give to an upcoming artist or industry entrepreneur? I think the biggest 3 that have helped me are 1, don't be afraid to stand by your ideas and instincts, but also make sure to be open to insights and constructive criticism from people you trust. Always want to definitely believe in yourself and your instincts, but I've always found that you take everything with a grain of salt. Even if you don't agree, insights can be really helpful for developing future things. So finding a balance is key. 2, hone your networking skills and always look for new experiences, whether you're in the industry or the creative side of things. being able to talk and network and get to know other people is key, but also making sure you have experiences outside of just work is really important. And 3, watch out for burnout. It happens to everybody, but make sure you take time for yourself to recharge, because burnout is real and a big problem, especially in a direct-to-market 24/7 social media day. It's a lot harder to bounce back from burnout than it is to just take a break and recharge every now and then. What are your social media accounts? You can find me at Sarah Defors pretty much anywhere across the board. Instagram is my primary, but I'm also on Twitter and Facebook and all that fun stuff. That's Sarah with an H, SarahDefors. And you can find The Table Women pretty much anywhere on social media and your podcast streaming platforms at The Table Women. Sometimes we go by The Table, but all of our platforms are at The Table Women, as in everyone deserves a seat at the table.